I understand your frustration, Gaora, but do not rush to conclusions.
I wonder if this is taking place after that story that I read.
A lamplighter brings hope. If you are lost in darkness...
If you saw the videos where I read those short stories about what's going on in the Arathi Highlands, it makes sense why we'd see both Danath Trollbane as well as Gaora here. And she said, "Your people have broken their word, Trollbane."
The heart of the Maghar is pure and strong.
Farewell. Rest when you can.
Despite everything, the Arathi find joy. Don't give in to fear.
Both Gaora and Danath have received word of unrest in the Arathi Highlands, civil unrest in Stromgarde, and raids on Maghar and Stromic outposts. Danath and Gaora are returning to their homes, Stromgarde and Hammerfall, to defuse the tensions. I asked to accompany them. I have long wanted to reconnect myself and my people to the Arathi. I also want to learn more about the Horde. Gaora was willing, but Danath took some convincing. Though I may have implied that you were joining me.
A beacon in the dark.
We must investigate before we have another war on our hands. Champion, Lamplighter.
Ready and right behind you, Danath. Thank you for accompanying us, Champion.
Of course. Look, after reading that story, I'm also very eager to get there and make sure things don't escalate.
Pity that a family squabble could make me loath to return here.
Family squabble? Marin's lucky that she's your niece. I would have killed her for what she did. So we are up here at Argylrock, High Perch, Newstead, and then of course there's Stromgarde Keep. And then of course way over here is Hammerfall. And the farmstead. I'm sure if you guys have played Classic, you probably are familiar with this area, even though it has changed somewhat, but yeah. If you saw the videos that I did reading those short stories about what happened here, you're probably aware of what they're talking about with Marin. Let's say Marin got a little delusional.
Being here is like being in the stories I was told as a child. Yes,
Farron does not seem to hear the conversation between Gaora and Danath. Instead, her eyes are locked onto the great ruin in the distance, a small smile creeping across her face. Play movie, stand and look with Farron.
I have so... Is that...
Thoradin's wall? Yes.
Then the stories and legends I read as a child were... true.
Stories are just stories, Farron. And that wall is just a wall.
I know Arathi history is embellished, Danath. But are you not proud of your heritage?
Yes, but pride in our legends foments Stromic superiority and reasons to strike at our neighbors.
I understand. Among my people, some still distrust outsiders. I had thought your people...
Going to Kaz Olgar was unpopular in Stromgarde. But the Sons of Lothar promote tolerance and mercy.
I like how my character was the first one there leading the charge when we heard them cry for help.
Horde savages too? Stay back!
Easy, Walker. We're here to help. Tell us what happened.
Be obliged if you'd help us.
It's terrifying to think, but if I hadn't been on my way out here to fix the wagon and Maggie hadn't followed me, we were able to get out, but after the bandits show up, there are more of them every week. Why are they coming to the Highlands? How many people's lives are they here to ruin?
It'll be all right, I hope.
Are we safe? I'm still scared. Can we go home now? There's something I want to look at. He mentioned the wall. Let's just say I got familiar with this wall during my time playing Season of Discovery. Because if you guys are aware of the sleeping bag quest, then you're probably going to understand what I'm talking about. Now, it looks like the wall here has actually been fixed. In fact, it looks like I can't actually fly through this wall. Apparently there's an invisible wall here for some reason. Look at that. It won't let me fly through. Oh, that's funny. No flying through the wall for you. And of course, there's well, the place where Thrall was kept. So it looks like the wall is actually a little different, probably because of what happened in the Cataclysm. But yeah, anyone who has played Season of Discovery knows about Thoradin's wall. About how it wasn't really, like, there was a portion broke here and you had to get up top in order to find the sleeping bag at the end of the secret quest chain that was there. But yeah, I definitely got more familiar with this portion of the Eastern Kingdoms during my time as Season Discovery, since I was playing an undead warlock. And I was like, I'll just stick in the Eastern Kingdoms for the questing and kind of do that, because I mainly did like Kalimdor back in the day and didn't really do much Eastern Kingdoms. So I wanted to get a little bit more familiar with that.
Stromgarde has a reputation for being unwelcome.
I had been sent word of bandits roaming the Highlands, but I did not know it was this bad. It's just as well we happened into this attack. If we want to get to the bottom of this, we might as well start here. Though, I do wish Farron were not here to see this.
Excuse me if I talked out of turn. I am an old man.
We've been attacked before, but this time, this was different. They didn't want livestock, grain, or money. They took torches and some barrels of tar that we used to fix our roofs. I don't know what they are going to do with it, but I can guess. They're going to burn something down. You need to stop them before they do another homestead harm.
My farm.
Mommy says I shouldn't talk to strangers.
Where's my mama? My papa? Ellie? I was following Mr. Gresham and Clarabelle when we saw the bandits. He grabbed me up and we ran here. I didn't know where Mom and Papa and Ellie are. Can you find them for us? Clarabelle's starting to get worried.
Next time bring me
Clarabelle, the Highlands Cow of the Year.
Why us? What do they want?
That is what I am going to find out. Defias! So, the Defias returns! The Defias bandit was carrying a badge with an unfamiliar emblem. The emblem looks like a rising sun with long rays emanating from it. The sun and the rays are colored red. Perhaps Danath can identify it. I don't want to kill the cows. The ringleader? Come on! Our new friends need these supplies! And who are these new friends of yours, Perhaps you could introduce me.
I can't attack that target.
Humanity will rise up! This sounds very familiar. Merit is the future. I think it's pretty clear what's going on here. There's a rampaging owl beast. Alright, now I just look for barrels. Where are the barrels? And we found Ellie! Marshal Wiltshire. gotta be your papa.
They called themselves the Red Dawn. They wanted me to join them.
The Red Dawn, huh? I see. Sharon? Her mama?
They looked like Defias. But what would they be doing here?
Troops, I'm guessing. Getting Defias forces to join their cause. As we saw in the Human Heritage Armor quest, the Defias are not gone. Even though we dealt with some of them back in the days of, when we went to the Dead Mines and such, they're still around. Just like how the Scarlet Crusade are still around.
Daddy? Mommy!
Oh, Maggie, you're all right.
My lord, who are the Red Dawn?
I do not know. Hail, soldier.
I don't recognize this emblem. And a Defias had it on their person? Curious. I wonder what it means.
Back to diplomatic affairs, then.
Trollbane will fix all this.
Thank you, champion. Hopefully this snuffs out what they were planning.
It'll be alright, I hope.
Bye-bye.
You found them. You found them. Oh, thank you so much.
I guess we're not strangers anymore.
A Defias attack? The theft of tar and torches? A group called the Red Dawn recruiting here in the heart of the Highlands? Stromgarde was right to send a missive asking for my return. What is going on here? I placed Colonel Niles in charge after Marin's foolishness led to her imprisonment. Oh, so this takes place after that story. Okay. I'm glad that clarifies it. So this takes place after those short stories I read. Good to know. I must head to Stromgarde and speak with Niles immediately.
It felt good to go to battle.
The Red Dawn! I will go to Hammerfall and see what they know of this.
We must continue on to Stromgarde. Unless Faerun...
Danath, I am a soldier and an Arathi, just like you. I would not abandon you now.
No need to coddle her, Danath. She's been through it. She can handle herself. Also, I don't know why they didn't get Gaera's voice actress to come back for this event here. Why Gaera's not voice acted for this patch. It seems very odd.
Unrest in Newstead. We don't have the hands to quell the unrest here.
If more hands are needed to keep Stromgarde safe, the champion and I are ready to help.
Captain Roderick Brewston and Colonel Veronica Niles. Also, Stromgarde Keep. I recall storming into this place during BFA. Remember the war fronts?
At ease, champion.
This is much worse than I thought. With the attacks disrupting the supply lines, the people are angry, hungry, and looking for someone to blame. The easy choice is blaming our neighbors at Hammerfall. We cannot let this unrest continue. I must speak to Niles and my advisors. I see Faerun has volunteered the both of you to help the people of Stromgarde. I do not like putting either of you to work on what is a diplomatic mission, but helping Brewston while I speak to Niles would put my mind at ease.
You have your orders. Need some help?
If Danath vouches for you, then I trust you. And trust is in low supply here in Stromgarde. After Lady Marin was put in her place, I thought Stromgarde would go back to normal. And it did. For a time. But now there's tension here so thick that I'm afraid to breathe around some people. Citizens are acting out. I don't know what's gotten into everyone. Fighting, stealing, backstabbing. If you're willing, I could use your help.
For Stromgarde!
I'm glad for your help. Between deployments to Khazalgar, responding to threats in the Highlands, and desertion, we simply don't have enough soldiers to enforce order. Marin's supporters are causing trouble throughout the city. They're stealing supplies, harassing people, you name it. We've enacted a curfew, but Marin supporters are openly defying it. As my deputies go around and tell the troublemakers to go home. If they get rowdy, you have my permission to teach them a lesson.
You know where to find me.
Trade in Stromgarde has broken down. We're short on goods and workers because of the attacks. Niles was too busy, so I took it upon myself to write official requests for aid. Most are simple and straightforward. Risk for supplies and such for the Stromic army. The desist writ for Joseph is different. He is loudly blaming everyone not human for our woes. Someone needs to officially tell him to shut his yap before he starts a riot. As my deputies, would you enforce my request for aid?
Don't do anything I wouldn't do. A word of warning. You may be deputized, but for some people here, the Horde is unwelcome.
Apologies for putting you to work. We will speak again after I have briefed Niles and Brewston.
He, of course, is saying this because I'm a Horde character. I'm sure things would be said a little differently if I was a Alliance character. One's like, I'm sorry, the other's like, you won't get away with this. Well, that warlock is having some fun. Belinda Darkstone.
Time to pack up and leave Stromgarde. I've got a hammer, if you've got the coin.
Well, I'm more than surprised to see anyone Horde around here, much less an officially sanctioned blood elf. I'm getting more hostile for those of us who aren't human, Horde or not. Many have left Stromgarde. There's been vandalism and even attacks. You saw how those Marin flunkies were looking at Gaudry and me. Why, just last week, one of the 11 herbalists left, someone poisoned our Peace Bloom garden. Stromgarde is barely hanging on, and our neighbours think that we're the problem. And they've got you out here trying to solve it, eh? Alright, here's the writ for the armor repairs.
Leaving? Our last shipment of iron was stolen by bandits, but I'll do what I can.
We could try to recover those shipments. I will speak to Danath.
Farron, could you please stop attacking the dummy? Hey.
I can't attack that.
A blood elf! Get them! And I sent them home. No one wants you here, blood elf.
I can't attack.
I wonder if they just immediately become hostile when I show up because I am a Horde character. I guess that would make sense. It is interesting. Like, I imagine this would be a little different if I was on one of my Alliance characters. I'm just guessing.
That's 3 caravans to date that haven't made it to Stromgarde. Have we no been introduced?
Bertram is taken back by your presence and then narrows his eyes especially at your deputy badge specifically. Times must be desperate indeed if Brewston has a blood elf working for him. Is the Horde responsible for the destruction of my caravans then? No? Well, what do you want from me? Aid from the Alliance.
Tell Brewston we're already doing everything we can to help.
Confronting Zalateth left no one to protect Stromgarde. No wonder these people feel neglected.
Joseph the Enlightened. These are all Marin sympathizers. Huh.
Marin, true heir of the Trollbanes, will deliver us from the Horde. She will be Stromgarde's salvation.
Is that so? And lo, what slouches towards us! Look at the creatures that Lord Danath Trollbane allows into your city. A filthy blood elf. They are a sign of the doom of the Arathi dynasty, of Stromgarde. These barbarians of the Horde, Tauren trolls, the undead, they exist only to kill and conquer. The orcs are the worst of all. They are not even of this world and yet claim territories on it. Territories that they have waged war on us to keep. They have destroyed our kingdoms, and they will again, from Argorok to Hammerfall, where our Lord lets them perch like vultures, waiting for us to be weak. They hope to take your homeland, humanity's homeland, for themselves. Excuse me, this is a writ telling you to desist your inflammatory speech under the penalty of arrest.
What's this? Danath Trollbane's minions threatening me for speaking the truth? Is this justice? Is this righteous? I will comply for now. But a new dawn is approaching for all humanity. Be ready, my friends.
You know, I'm starting to also wonder how different this would be, not necessarily just on an Alliance character, but is it different if you are playing a human character compared to, say, a different Alliance race, like a dwarf or a Draenei? Because they are very clearly not necessarily just pro-Alliance, they are pro-human, and anti-anything else that is not human. Alright, we've got a couple more of these writs and requests to dish out, while finding more Marin supporters to put in line, as it were. And you know, this is why some players consider the Alliance to be massive racists, right here. No one wants you around here, Blood Elf. No one wants your kind around here.
If this keeps up, we're going to have to start rationing. Sorry, but my larder is empty.
She rubs her eyes as if she cannot believe what she is seeing. A Blood Elf with a deputy badge. Are you here to deliver food? But please say you are, because at this point, I don't care if I have to join the Horde, as long as I know that I'll have a good meal. With all the thieving and the bad harvest to boot, proper victuals are hard to come by here. This is a request for army rations.
I should have known. You just want to take, and leave the rest of us nothing.
Brewston would not ask if he were not desperate. Please, whatever you can part with.
Yeah, we're seeing just how bad the situation is for these people.
People keep saying the attacks are just bandits, but I think the Horde is behind it.
Excuse me.
It's about time someone did something.
What do you want, you filthy blood elf? I've got my eye on you. This is a request for bandages.
Bandages? If Lord Danath would stop talking to orcs and start killing them, we wouldn't need bandages.
The orcs are not your enemy. Lord Trollbane is doing what he can to keep you safe.
Yeah, Farron, I don't think they care.
The people are scared of Merrin's gangs. If we reassign...
No, Captain. You know we don't have the manpower for that. I'm listening.
Farron Lothar. I never expected to meet a Lothar after Sir Anduin Lothar fell at Blackrock Spire. The Lothar bloodline is descended from King Thoradin himself, founder of the Empire of Arathor. Farron may not think much of her surname, but to people on this side of the world, she could be considered royalty.
Dismissed.
This city is a powder keg waiting to go off. Lady Marin's supporters are growing day by day because of the attacks in the Highlands. Her people harass not just the common folk who follow Lord Danath, but also anyone who isn't human. And now these Red Dawn people Lord Danath just told us about. Between our deployment to Khazar, combat losses, desertion, and attacks in the Highlands, we just don't have the resources to police the city right now.
Stay safe.
Oh, it's despicable, really. They try to intimidate loyal citizens and make them leave just because they aren't human. They also shut down anyone that doesn't agree with them. Many around here just try to avoid them, but it seems like they hang out wherever it's hard to do that.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
You have my thanks, and the thanks of Stromgard. I'm sorry that you got an earful from Joseph. At least he left peacefully. Despite how it may seem, the city is still loyal to Lord Trollbane. Mostly. Lady Marin's followers are just louder and angrier.
For Stromgard!
How can I serve you?
I'm Colonel Veronica Niles, and I'm in command of Stromgard in Lord Trollbane's absence. I'm sure that while aiding our people, you've heard the name Marin in Stromgard. Lady Marin Trollbane is Danath's niece. She was briefly regent while Lord Danath Trollbane campaigned for troops for Khazar. Her actions during his absence led him to imprison her when he returned. That said, Lord Trollbane felt Farron should speak to her, perhaps to get perspective. I can take you to her if you wish. By the way, just to let you know, in case you didn't see that short story video, one of the things that Marin displayed in the story to show how fanatical she had become, she actually drugged and imprisoned Jaina Proudmoore. Yeah, that's how far Marin had fallen.
Stay out of trouble. He would have introduced Marin himself, but Gaara summoned him urgently to Hammerfall. Come with me.
Strange that Danath would leave without us. And want us to talk to his estranged niece.
We're actually gonna go talk to Marin? Well, there she is.
My people need food, shelter, and support.
Ah, a blood elf. I would say welcome to Stromgard, but I'm fairly certain that my people do not appreciate your presence. Your kind is not welcome here, blood elf. Best to return from whence you came before an unexpected misfortune befalls you. We would hate to see that, wouldn't we?
You'll be back.
We must bring our light to all of Azeroth.
So this is Marin, the root of so many of Stromgard's troubles. But what would Danath want us to learn from her? I suppose he wants to see what she sees, how the ideal of the Arathi has become corrupted. But surely he knows that I'm aware of how fervor for anything has a dark side. Something seems wrong here.
You are a prisoner. Why does Colonel Niles defer to you?
You should know. Names carry weight. Farron Lothar. Despite your elven blood, a great Arathi warrior returning gives us hope that those dissatisfied with Lord Danath Trollbane's rule, with our old Stromic ways forgotten, with famine, unrest, and orcs on our lands, and dwarves and elves in our cities, all will rise up and embrace a new dawn. And that when they do, I hope you'll be part of it, Farron.
I would like to see Stromgard as it was, but your promises are empty. And I would never betray Danath.
You say that now, but you'll see it my way, in time.
I mentioned what she did to Jaina. I actually talked about this in the video about how stupid this was for Marin to not realize that if she actually had taken on If she actually had done something such as, oh, I don't know, gravely injured or even killed Jaina, she would have brought the entire wrath of the entire alliance upon her. If she is so delusional that she thinks she can take on the entirety of the alliance along with their Horde allies, and I'm also including, like, the Draenei over here as well, think about the entire might of the alliance combined at this point, descending upon the Arathi Highlands. Merrin has no chance, but she is so delusional, she's not thinking that way. She's not thinking about that. So she's extremely lucky. Otherwise, she'd have no chance.
Hey there.
Shelba told me she was involved with the Red Dawn. Stay a while and listen.
The people who attacked Newstead called themselves Defias. Who are they?
Defias? I haven't heard that name in a while. This story is a little sad, actually.
What do you mean? What happened?
After the Second War, Stormwind was heavily damaged. The Stonemasons Guild was contracted to rebuild it, but Stormwind's corrupt House of Nobles denied them payment. They rioted, and in the riot, the Queen was accidentally struck and killed. They were driven from the city and became bandits. The Van Cleef family became their leaders. I had thought that the Defias were dead along with the Van Cleefs, but that may have been wishful thinking.
I don't condone banditry, but I can understand their frustration.
I suppose. If they'd been paid, they wouldn't have become bandits. But you can't just throw away law and order if you don't get your way, like Merrin's supporters are doing now.
That is a good point. Thank you, Captain. Colonel! She all but told me she was involved with the Red Dawn!
I stand for the people of Stromgarde.
Merrin may be in prison now, but her supporters continue to spread her rhetoric across the Highlands. Whatever she may say, I do not believe that she is the leader of this Red Dawn that you both are speaking of. I see who comes and goes. She receives no outside visitors.
Farewell.
If you want to find Lord Trollbane and tell him your theory about Lady Merrin, the missive called him to Hammerfall, far to the east of here. He may have stopped at Refuge Point on the way. It's a strong encampment about halfway to the Orc town. Because of the frequent bandit attacks in the area, I believe he meant to stop and check in with our people there. You might catch up with him there.
For Stromgarde.
If you leave now, you might catch up with Lord Trollbane at Refuge Point. But watch out for bandits.
Over here, champion. Come look.
The bandit is wearing red and white, but their garments do not resemble any of Stromgarde's military uniforms. A quick search of the uniform's pockets reveals a familiar-looking emblem. This is the same emblem that you collected from the Defias at Newstead Farm. Around the body are several sets of tracks that head eastward. One set of footprints is bigger and bulkier than the others.
Whomever they attacked got away, but may need help. Let's follow their tracks. We mean you no harm.
You expect me to take your word?
Karga?
Trust is in short supply.
Strength and honor, friend. I did not expect to see anyone else on the Horde this far into the Highlands. Why have you come? Explain.
Refuge Point was attacked as well. I saw it burning and rode in to help.
There is so much yet to learn in the topside world.
It's good to see humans and orcs banding together to help one another. If only the Arathi here could have seen what I did at Khazalgar.
May the darkness never find us here.
Another bandit attack? And it carried the same emblem as the bandits at Newstead? If this is connected to the Red Dawn and Marin.
Our light bring Red Dawn emblems here and at Newstead. I wonder if they were at Refuge Point as well. It is good to feel the sun on my skin once more. Karga, do you know much about the Scarlet Crusade?
Only what I have heard from the elders in Hammerfall. I know they have no love for the Horde or the Alliance. The Scarlet Crusade holds twisted beliefs. They want to eradicate our allies, the undead. But they also believe that the Alliance has failed to protect humanity.
The belief in human superiority seems prevalent here.
This is the Arathi Highlands. Where have you been? Under a rock?
You could say that. Yes.
Yeah, you're not too far off on that, Karga.
Strength and honor.
Horde outposts like Hammerfall have suffered attacks from both bandits and trolls in recent weeks. Our outriders are on constant patrol, but now that I know the Alliance has been targeted as well, you have confirmed what I already suspected. Something bigger is coming. Perhaps it is related to this Red Dawn.
Keep your senses keen.
Early on, these attacks on our settlements seemed to be pockets of bandits competing for resources, but now they are better coordinated, as if they are working together as a group. That's bad news for everyone. But rivals don't come together without a strong leader, and without them, they will fall. If you're willing, find the leader of this attack on Refuge Point and eliminate them.
I fight for the Highlands.
Stromgarde's troops are in Khazalgar and cannot protect its outlying settlements. Hammerfall does what it can to help, but we too fight in Khazalgar. We've taken many injured Stromic refugees to Hammerfall, but feeding them all has strained our resources. But there may be a way to help more people. Vicky told me that Refuge Point is a supply depot for nearby settlements. If we can get our hands on some supplies, we can care for more refugees in Hammerfall.
Keep your senses keen.
These bandits, did they call themselves Defias? Did they mention the Red Dawn?
I did not give any time to speak. They killed everyone not human and took all but who I could drag away.
Well, well, if it isn't Joseph. No more speeches for you.
No matter. Our job here is done. You will never defeat all of us.
Oh, he is not bubble hearthing. That's exactly what he just did. He bubble hearthed. That is funny. Also, I'm sorry, is that the entrance to a dungeon? Well, now isn't that interesting? And it's red. Now, historically, those circles, the green ones have represented raids and the blue ones have represented dungeons. So what's a red one? Interesting. So we are dealing with not just the Defias, but also the Scarlet Crusade. Honestly, this makes sense, that when it comes to her standpoint and her perspective and views on things, why wouldn't she get the likes of the Scarlet Crusade to also join her cause? It's always amusing, the idea that these, the likes of the Scarlet Crusade humans would be like, yeah, I can take on a demon hunter. I can survive this fight. I'm like, uh-huh. Delusional as ever.
Enjoy that?
I did, Zalatath, thank you. I always enjoy killing members of the Scarlet Crusade. It's like killing Nazis. You get a certain satisfaction out of it. Feeling like you're making the world a better place.
I need to target something first.
Anyone who knows anything about the Scarlet Crusade knows that I'm not far off when I compare them to Nazis. Man, these guys are respawning a lot. They are respawning fast.
I can't attack that.
Alright, let me just see if I can find the other crate. Oh wait, no, never mind, I'm done.
You're saying Danath was never called to Hammerfall?
On my life, Gaara said nothing of it. I give aid to who needs it.
He escaped?
Loktar.
Oh, good. I hope Stromgarde does not mind us borrowing these supplies for the refugees.
I fight for the Highlands.
First an attack on Newstead Farm by the Defias, and now an attack on Refuge Point by these Scarlet Crusaders? Different groups of bandits, but both speak of this Red Dawn and carry the same emblem. Also, Joseph is directly involved. This all seems connected, and it all leads back to Marin. Danath needs to know what's going on. If he's not here, then he should already be at Hammerfall. We should head there as soon as possible.
Faith and farewell. If Danath did not come here, and Gaara did not call him to Hammerfall, then...
Go to Hammerfall. If your lord is not there, Gaara and Eitrig can help you.
Eitrig! My boy, Eitrig! Let's go! One of the best orcs. That's one of my boys right there. Eitrig!
Never arrived? Then... where is he?
I do not know, but you have my word. We will fight him. We continue to fight for Azeroth.
Overlord Gaera arrived earlier and informed us of the events at Newstead Farm. She left us to deal with the situation at Ghostcheck Farm. The bandits are not the only problem on this side of the Highlands. The Witherbark trolls have stepped up their attacks as well.
Honor.
Really?
If Danath is not here, then where is he?
I have so very many questions.
Danath is not here. Farron says that he journeyed to Hammerfall because we requested a meeting. I sent no such message to him nor anyone else. I will dispatch outriders immediately to search for him. While we wait for their return, you and Karga's quick thinking may have saved our human refugees. We had just run out of food to give them. Distribute the crates directly to them. I'm sure they will be grateful for the food inside.
Go as you will. Dispatch all available outriders to search for Danath. Gaara has told me much about you, Farron. You are welcome here in Hammerfall.
Marauders burned down my farmstead. The orcs drove them off and brought me here for shelter.
Yeah, all of a sudden the orcs are not looking so bad now, are they? That they actually gave you shelter and trying to feed you, huh? Huh? Like to bring some of those people who are telling me that I'm not welcome here, to then see how the Horde are actually taking care of these humans here.
Is there spiced bread in there? Orcish food is hard on my teeth.
If our food's so tough, human, then don't eat it.
Slag? Oh, sorry. I'll mind my manners. Hey, corn fell and drum fell.
Not so long ago, these humans wanted to kill us. Why is Eitrig helping them? Better to leave them to their fate.
I was waiting for one of those refugees to be like, we can hear you, you know. Also, I want to smack him and be like, that is not how we do things here.
It looks like the Outriders have all gone.
Finally.
If orcs have long warred against the humans, why help them?
Long ago, a human showed me great kindness. I strive to honor his memory by protecting the weak and defenseless.
Just as a reminder, the human that he is referring to was Tyrion Fordring. That's actually one of the reasons why Tyrion got exiled from the Paladins and was stripped of the light, quote-unquote, jokingly, because he actually showed compassion and, kindness towards an orc. And of course, yes, this was during the time when they were at war, but because he actually, showed some decency to another being, even though it wasn't human, he was cast out for that. But ever since then, Eitrig and Tyrion were close friends. Up until, of course, we lost Tyrion in Legion.
You are welcome in Hammerfall.
Every human that I have ever met has admitted feeling fear in the presence of an orc at one point in their lives. We have warred with the humans for generations. It's almost instinctual. Or so I thought. To see and speak to a human with no grudges from the past and no judgment in their eyes, it's not an honor that I expected in my lifetime.
Seeing Hammerfall and talking to your people has been an eye-opening experience, Eitrig. Harboring refugees no matter their creed. My people would do the same.
I do not doubt that. Both of our peoples have suffered through dark times. We may live here in peace now, but this site was once witness to unspeakable horrors. The Alliance imprisoned many orcs here in an internment camp. We liberated and claimed it, naming it after our fallen war chief, Orgrim Doomhammer.
The Alliance held your people here? In an internment camp? And yet, you harbor human refugees?
And yet... Lamplighter, there have been far worse crimes committed against my people. Such is war. But our teachings say if we are wronged, we can cause more suffering or end it. We now choose to end the cycle.
I think that my people could learn a great deal from yours, Eitrig. Thank you for welcoming me here.
Like I said, Eitrig, one of the best orcs. Very wise in his age. He has seen a lot, but he has also learned a lot and has a lot to teach and share. I mean, he was one of the mentors for the likes of Thrall. And of course, he was very close friends with Varrock Sourfang.
I am here as a representative of the people of Hallowfall.
I never realized how much my people have in common with the orcs. We are both far from home. We are both self-sufficient. We are both peoples born into war. And most of all, their sense of duty and honor rivals ours. I feel even more at home here than in Stromgard.
Funny how that works, isn't it, Farron?
Our light brings unity.
There's no word from the Outriders yet, but Eitrig has not told Gaera of death.
I keep messing up her name. Gaera? That's why I just said Gaera. But Gaara, I think is how it's actually pronounced. Gaara.
Of Danath's disappearance. I told him that we would go and give her the news. She's at Goshek Farm, dealing with the Witherbach troll attack. Eitrig says that they've become increasingly aggressive recently. I can't help but think of the history there, of the troll wars and the Arathi battles. But I admit I see them differently now after learning more about the Horde. Let's go. We can look for Danath while we're out there.
Faith and farewell. We'll tell Gaara of Danath's disappearance. Hopefully he will arrive here before we return.
I am legit considering making another separate video about this entire questline, but as an Alliance character. Like, doing all of this from either a Horde or Alliance character has got to be different, right? In terms of the dialogue and such. the different perspectives that are on display here. It's something some of us have said for a long time, that they are different, and yet they are so similar, but they don't realize how similar they are to each other.
I have information about the Red Dawn. Help me, and I'll tell you what I know.
Barclay?
Huh? What?
My brothers and I have served in the Syndicate for years. The Syndicate? Wow, we're getting calls to all these former groups. We are true patriots of the Kingdom of Alterac. But now there have been some changes in leadership, and we're not sure if this is the same Syndicate anymore. I think we were sent on this mission so that the new leader could get rid of us. Fine, we'll start our own Syndicate. With blackjack and hookers. As for the information I have, the new leader is planning something big, and it'll happen soon.
Help us.
I'll start my own Syndicate.
Please, speak.
With blackjack and hookers. Farron has informed me of Danath's disappearance. While that is troubling, we can't return to Hammerfall just yet.
Go with honor.
Farron told me that Danath is missing. I don't know who was responsible, but it certainly wasn't the Maghar. We've heard rumblings that Stromgarde is blaming us once again for their troubles. Tensions are starting to boil over. We need Danath so cooler heads can prevail. But as much as I want to search for the old man, we have to deal with business here first.
I will see Draenor's skies once more.
The Witherbark have always been an annoyance since I have been here. But now, something has stoked their ire. They are attacking human settlements. Perhaps the Red Dawn is again to blame. Eitrigg has ordered us to try to help the humans that they attack. We've stepped up our patrols and welcomed refugees. But we need someone to go to their village and bloody the Witherbark's noses. They're overconfident. They think that they can get away with attacking our outriders. Make them think twice about that.
May your enemies grovel before you.
The Syndicate human came to us hoping to trade information for a rescue mission. The Syndicate is a recent thorn in our side, so I had half a mind to cut him down where he stood. But he claims to have vital information, and with this news of Danath's disappearance, it might be worth the risk to do as he asks. He has 3 brothers that are being held captive inside Witherbark village. Go in, find them, and if they're alive, extract them.
The Maghar will claim.
The Witherbark? As in the Amani Witherbark? The Arathi's ancient foe. Come, champion. I will need your help.
I don't have a target. I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Trespasser, this be Witherbark land. I curse you with me last breath. You'll be next. You never leave this land alive. Ah, the trolls. You gotta love them, right? Especially the Amani trolls. Remember what Zul'jin used to say? The Amani never give up. We never forget. This is our land. We gonna bury you here. It's a shadow hunter. Let me get you out of there, Perry. Hold on, I want some information. Look, I was just doing my job. We were told that we had to attack the Witherbark and plant evidence that the Horde was responsible. Something about drawing away Hammerfall's defenders. Now please let me go. Fine. I won't plant evidence against the Horde ever again, I promise. See that you don't, or I'll be coming for you. I may be a demon hunter, but that doesn't mean I can't hunt other things as well. Oh boy. Halt. I'm being cooked! Help me! He's boiling in a pot. Help! Get me out of this pot! The water is not even boiling, it's just a little warm. Ha 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 ha! You want out of that pot? Give me information! I told them that our syndicate folks joining the Red Dawn group was a bad idea. Working with the bandits like the Defias and lunatics like the Scarlet Crusade, the syndicate are more respectable than that. Uh-huh. Alright, let me help you out there. Oh, that's it. No more syndicate. No more Red Dawn. Yeah, get out of here. This guy is being held up against this gong, and this axe thrower is using him for target practice, like a dartboard. Oh, that is funny. Trespasser! Help! They're using me for target practice! Oh, it's awful. They've been throwing axes at this gong all day. I hate gongs! Information. Now. I told my brothers that we picked the wrong assignment. I want to infiltrate Hammerfall and spy on the orcs like the others. But no, my brothers thought that was too dangerous. Alright, let me help you down. I should have agreed to pretend to be a refugee. If you're lying to me, human, this day will be our last.
I swear, Syndicate is on their way to attack Hammerfall for the Red Dawn.
Speak quickly. There are battles to be won.
That will surely cow them. I'd be surprised if I saw any of them stray from their village anytime soon.
War is...
Barclay is lucky that you reached his brothers in time.
Fight with...
This human is claiming that the Syndicate scum are going to attack Hammerfall. Another day I would not be concerned, but with the Outriders dealing with the Witherbark and searching for Danath, Hammerfall is undefended. Let's go. We must defend our home.
Die well.
You have proven truthful, human. Now out of our way. We must warn Hammerfall.
You don't have to tell us twice.
Get out of here.
Geara, champion, Faerun. Then Hammerfall is not lost. We will retake it ourselves.
Retake it? I should have been here. I could have done something.
May your enemies grovel before you.
The Syndicate has put Hammerfall to torch, and the cowards are using pyromancers to feed the flames. But we can save our huts if we get to them quickly. Fight through the Syndicate bandits to a building, and then blow this horn. The Hammerfall shaman will come to put out the fire.
War is all we know.
I caught a glimpse of who was leading the attack. It looks like Joseph the Enlightened may be less full of hot air than we thought he was. Is he now part of the Syndicate? I thought he was part of the Crusade. I suppose it doesn't matter. If we want to stop the attack, we'll have to take him out.
May the darkness never find us here.
I was such a fool. I should not have sent away those Outriders. Without them, the Syndicate has overrun Hammerfall. And were it not for my fool heart, the refugees turned out to be Syndicate spies. Curse their greasy hides! But now you're here. Now we can force the Syndicate out, eliminate their soldiers, and save any trapped civilians. Those spies have had enough of my open hand. Now they'll suffer my fists.
May our allies grow. Forward! Hammerfall will be ours once more!
Loktarogar! For the Horde!
I need a target.
The fact that a lot of those refugees were all just spies, that really upsets me.
I'm out of range. I need to target something first.
So Joseph's in there, huh? Or at least he's supposed to be in here. There he is.
You again. I will not go easy on you this time.
Easy? You know what? I could say the same thing, because you apparently don't know who you're dealing with.
I changed my mind and spared you. Next time, I will not be so forgiving.
He's bubble hearthing again! He took a note from old classic paladins.
An ambushed Stromic caravan.
It could be Danath's. We must go and investigate.
There are still Syndicate stragglers about, but Hammerfall once again belongs to the Horde.
We will have peace in the Highlands.
Ha! Built orcs strong, just like us.
Die well.
Joseph escaped again, and this time his warning was much more foreboding. He has darkness in his mind and his soul. I'm confused how he can profess to follow the light.
So, Farron, I need to explain to you about how the Scarlet Crusade are followers of the light, but they are evil. Because the light does not care if you are good or evil. You can be completely evil and still use the light. That's how the Scarlet Crusade works.
Our light brings unity. I hope I have the strength to...
My outriders discovered a destroyed caravan on the road. Around it were the bodies of Stromic soldiers. It could be Danath's escort, or it could be another hapless group. Either way, we must investigate. Let us hope that Danath is not among the dead.
The Magha will.
The Syndicate is in retreat.
Now let's find Danath and punish those behind his disappearance.
These look like orc weapons. Why would your people attack Danath?
They would not. Something is wrong here.
We are here to win this war.
This wasn't a battle. It was an ambush and a massacre.
Go with honor.
This was not done by simple bandits. This spot was chosen specifically for an ambush, and these troops were taken down quickly and efficiently. If Danath was heading to Hammerfall, this road is the most direct route, and that makes it predictable. We must search for Danath among the dead, and find out what happened here. Leave no stone left unturned.
Fight with honor!
This was no random attack. Whoever did this knew exactly where and how to strike.
The horse was killed swiftly and suddenly. It appears that the rider fell, but recovered quickly. They seem to have fought off several enemies before being overwhelmed. However, there is no body here. Given its position in the column, perhaps it was Danath's horse? Danath is not among the dead. He was overwhelmed and abducted. No easy feat for his opponent. Little sign of respect there from Gayara. This axe appears orcish in origin, but it is otherwise unfamiliar. It is not in the same style as the ones that are used by the orcs of Hammerfall. It has also not been well maintained. In fact, it does not look fit to be used in combat.
That axe was forged at Argarok. We abandoned many like it with the fortress at the end of the last war.
I think we're getting a better idea of what happened here. You spot a small object half buried in the dirt. When you brush the dirt off, you recognize a Red Dawn emblem. Just like the ones you saw before, it seems that someone lost this amidst the chaos of the ambush.
We've seen that emblem twice before. Was this the work of the Red Dawn?
What do you guys think?
I will see Drano.
If we had taken Danath, we would not have left our axes behind.
The brothers must have taken them from Argarok and planted them for the Red Dawn. But why?
To start a war that would destroy both Stromgarde and Hammerfall, and leave them in power.
Then we must search for Danath, starting at Argarok, and alert Stromgarde of what we have found.
I will hear your words. But
it is decided, then. If we are to prevent war, we must alert the Alliance of the situation and rescue Danath as quickly as possible.
May your enemies grovel before you!
If Danath's kidnappers want to keep him from prying eyes, Argarok is the perfect place. It's been abandoned for years, but its buildings still stand. All the Red Dawn could be there and no one else, and no one would be the wiser. We must find Danath quickly. Hammerfall is vulnerable and tensions are high. A missing leader is just the excuse that Merrin needs to start a war.
Eyes open, weapon...
I will inform Stromgarde and ask for their help in the search. With luck, I can forestall any aggression.
We will head to Argarok. If Danath is there, then this conflict ends before it starts.
Red Dawn
Looks
recruits.
like we're in the right place.
It seems so.
Report!
I believe we have found where the Red Dawn were hiding.
May you find glory in battle, but live.
Using Argarok as a base was clever. Very clever. It looks like the bulk of their forces are here. If Danath is alive, I'm certain that they would keep him here. Search the buildings for him and look for information on this Red Dawn that you can. Anything that might be helpful in taking them down. Let's hope that Danath is alive. If he isn't, a long and bloody conflict is ahead of us.
May our allies grow, and our enemies cower before us.
This Red Dawn is occupying the fortress of Argarok. Bandits of all types and bands have taken refuge here under their banner, and I'm sure they've brought their spoils with them. It may help calm tensions if we recover the goods that they have stolen and return them to their rightful owners in the Arathi Highlands. See if they are carrying anything with them.
I will see Dranos.
Defias, Syndicate, Scarlet Crusade. All human factions long thought destroyed or disbanded.
Then it's past time we finish the job and put down the Red Dawn.
Written on these scrolls is an oath of loyalty to the Red Dawn. I henceforth renounce all allegiances and swear my loyalty to the Red Dawn and its leader, Merrin Trollbane. I vow to serve, protect, and defend the cause of humanity to the exclusion of all else. I promise to unite the people of Arathor once more and see them take their place as the greatest nation of Azeroth. I'll take that.
I need to get closer.
Man, it feels weird seeing these human forces occupy a former Horde stronghold, you know?
I don't have a target.
Wait a minute. Is it behind? Looks like it. Hello! Where is this? I guess it was inside. I just didn't see it.
It's too far away.
Oh, there it is. This is a piece of Red Dawn propaganda. The Defias have been failed by their leadership. First by the Van Cleefs, and now by Ratsbon. These charlatans have been satisfied with banditry and petty thievery. They suffer from a lack of imagination. The Defias were founded to remove the corrupt nobles of Stormwind. We were to bring justice, honesty, and integrity back to our rulers. We lost sight of that in the quest for revenge. No longer. Now we have found a new cause and leader. One who will not only cleanse the corruption from Stormwind, but from all human kingdoms. Rise up, my Defias brothers and sisters. Rise up like the morning sun and join the Red Dawn. Rise up and follow Lady Marin Trollbane. Many years ago, the Alteraci were one of the first to set out from Strom and build a nation away from Arathor. The kingdoms of Alterac and Stromgarde have quarreled over the years, but now we must remember our shared history. It is now time for our people to unite once more. We are not enemies, but cousins. I will take the first step in offering peace and reconciliation. I invite the remnants of Alterac, known as the Syndicate, to join the Red Dawn. We are a faction that will fight for all humans, no matter their kingdom or creed. Let us return humanity to the glory it once was. Veronica Niels. Well. I think we now know who is also part of this.
I need a target.
That is quite the revelation.
I need to get closer.
So Marin may be imprisoned, but she still has people loyal to her running the place. And we didn't even know it. Brothers and sisters of the Scarlet Crusade, long have we fought to eliminate the scourge of undeath from our land. Long have we suffered defeat after defeat at their hands. It is time for a change. We must seek out allies to help us in our glorious crusade. But more than that, we must lend our aid to those with even grander aspirations. Let us not only save this world from the undead, but make it a paradise for humans everywhere. That is what the Red Dawn stands for. That is what Marin Trollbane fights for. A new dawn for all humanity. Joseph the Enlightened. Yeah, we already knew that Joseph was involved. That's not as big a revelation as Niels is.
I'm out of range.
Like, oh hey, Scarlet Inquisitors for me to kill. Wonderful. Line up, please.
I need a target.
I'm always down to kill more Scarlet Crusaders. Like I said, it's like we're killing Nazis. Making the world a better place. Oh, come on. Seriously, that didn't hit him? There's the key. Need one more supply.
I'm out of range.
There we go.
Just smash it open, Eitrig.
If an orc prison couldn't withstand an orc, it wouldn't be worth much now, would it, Danath?
Huh. Good to see you, Danath.
Loktar! The Magha.
More supplies? Oh, good. Looks like these were on their way from Ironforge to Stromgarde. From what Farron has told me, the Stromik will be very pleased that we found them.
Go with honor.
Go as you will.
They wouldn't kill me. Left me to rot. Cowards. How did you find me?
The Red Dawn left orc weapons at the ambush to fool your people. But they did not fool us. We knew the weapons came from Arkarok.
Geara, Eitrig, your honor humbles me. You didn't...
No time to get sappy on us, Danath. We've seen what's coming. Farron went to warn your people.
Then she is in grave danger. Only someone in Stromgarde, someone close to me, could have orchestrated the ambush.
Then we must go to her aid.
The Sons of Lothar are at your service.
While feigning sleep, I heard the guards brag about the Red Dawn's plans for Stromgarde. My kidnapping was just the start. Colonel Niles, after all these years, she will be the one to turn the key and free Marin, my niece, to do as she wishes and start a coup. Marin will lead Stromgarde's army and the Red Dawn to Hammerfall to secure the Highlands for Strom. We must gather our allies and confront these traitors. His face is red with fury, but his eyes water with tears.
The Sons of Lothar will... This was clearly Marin's handiwork. There's no telling what she'll do when Farron returns.
Sacred Flame, I'm glad you're here. You found Danath.
He ran ahead with Eitrig to confront Marin. We will join the fight soon.
Thrumka!
Marin has made her move. The coup has started. Farron and Brewston have rallied the Stromgarde loyalists, but there are many Marin supporters. This will be a bloody civil war.
Fight with honor. Die with glory.
Are we finally going to have our final confrontation with Joseph?
Danath and Eitrig ran ahead to confront Marin. They hope that if they stop her that they can end the coup and the bloodshed. But after seeing Joseph the Enlightened's handiwork firsthand, despite how unorthodox he may be, he's still a danger. And I hate to say it, but I'd relish the chance to finally take that underhanded cretin down. He's blocking our path up ahead at City Hall. Let's take him down and then help Danath and Eitrig end this war.
And we get a Hammerfall tabard out of this.
Faith and farewell.
I'll gather our troops to cover your back.
Let's go, Geara. We will take him down together.
Right behind you, lamplighter.
Again, I don't know why they didn't get Geara's voice actress to come back and do this. Maybe she couldn't for scheduling? I have no idea. And it looks like I have to wait for Joseph to respawn. There we go. Hello, Joseph. You're not gonna bubble hearth out of it this time.
Ah, bringing along more deviants to the fight this time? No matter.
I will hear your words, but judge you by your deeds.
I am too important to spend my time with you, No, my shield! But I'm the enlightened one! The Scarlet Crusader!
I need to target something first.
Come on! Let's find Danath and Eitrig!
Hello, Marin.
Stop this! Danath fought to save all of Azeroth!
He sold us out so the Alliance and Horde could wage war in Kazalgar! You'll never understand. For Arathi! The Red Dawn will rise again!
No! Do not make her a martyr. Our history will read. Faerun, true daughter of the Arathi, allowed Marin to live without her title and name. The Red Dawn vanished from the Highlands forever.
This is not over.
Not sure.
The cycle of war. It never ends, does it?
One day, Danath. Times are changing, even for us old soldiers.
Not sure that was the right call, Danath, but I get why you were saying that. The fear of her becoming a martyr. And yeah, there's two old soldiers. Eitrig and Danath are certainly two of the last ones remaining from those days.
The Highlands are our home, and we will fight for it.
Was granting mercy the right decision? I do not know. And it was not my decision to make. Danath says that there is little that Marin can do now without her name and title. If she persists, she will be nothing more than a common bandit. Let us hope that her exile was enough to end this conflict. Thank you for your raid.
We will have peace in the Highlands.
Marin's Red Dawn has left the city and peace has returned to Stromgarde, at least for now. Faerun left for the countryside. She said that she wanted to check on Newstead and Refuge Point, but I think she wanted to get out of Stromgarde. She came here with such enthusiasm. I should not have tempered it so harshly. I feel in the end that it was I who needed to learn a lesson. We should check in on her.
For Azeroth. Go on ahead, champion. Eitrig and I have some diplomatic red tape to clean up, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
This is not how I expected my first visit outside Kazalgar to go. There is so much yet to learn in the topside world.
Perhaps I was too naive. This place is not the shining testament to the history of my people as I thought it might be. It's the same as everywhere else. People struggling to survive. Maybe Danath was right. Maybe there's nothing in those old stories but myth and superstition.
May the darkness never find us here.
I'm sorry. Stromgarde was not what you expected.
You were right. I was naive.
No, Faerun. I was wrong.
Wrong? How?
I said Thoradin's wall was just a wall. But what it represents does exist. In you.
I don't see...
You have been a guiding light. Saving my life. Bringing us together. Reminding me of my true mission. You look to the past, but you are our future. And I am glad of that.
Perhaps... Perhaps the new dawn is not what Marin wanted. But us, returning here for our people.
I hope you are right.
Not sure I would go that... Considering the way that she treated Jaina in the story, I don't think so, Faerun. I think she is long gone.
We must bring our light to all of Azeroth.
Danath is right. Legends are just legends. We shouldn't try to live in them, blinded by pride. Instead, those legends should inspire us to make the world as we hope it should be. Night willing, we will remember the past, but work for a better future. For all of us.
My mage can send you back to Dornogol, but you'll always be welcome in Stromgarde, champion.
Thanks, Danath.
I have many lucky doos you like.
So, that was the Legacy of Arathor questline. That was a big point of this patch. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be doing next. If anything, it's possible this may be the last bit of story, unless I go back and do some other stuff from Undermine. Until we have our next big patch, when we will be heading to Koresh. So if that is in fact the next bit of content we do in this playthrough, I'll see you guys on Koresh. Stay tuned.